It has been 4 long years since I've had this car, and honestly I have no idea what to expect from it. Right now it's currently into the shop to see what could have happened, so I don't really know what could have happened with the car while I was driving it. And that's the thing, man, I really do love this car because of the tech that it has inside, but I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing about it. I'll let myself kind of think about that. But let me talk about everything that is currently within the car, because this was what the video was supposed to be about. It was about, my car having, more tech than your Honda Civic. But now I'm going to be seeing comments down below talking about, this is why my Honda Civic is more reliable than your Chevy. And even MSXTLLY decided to sponsor this video again. I'll go ahead and talk about that more in the video. But it was supposed to be along with the car that I currently have. But since I don't really have that, we're just going to have to improvise. Alright, so the car that I drive is a 2016 Chevy Volt, and it is the LT model. I was going to try and get the Premier, but I felt like with the specs that I have on this car made it a lot more worthwhile instead of just going for the more expensive option. This carries a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine that is a plug-in hybrid. And I got this car in 2021 when I was just graduating. I literally pulled up to the dealership, said that I wanted to check out this car, and as soon as I started to test drive it, I fell in love instantly with it. Now, before people talk about, oh, you shouldn't finance a car, you should buy a beater car with cash, let me tell you my 2 reasons on why I decided to finance this car. One of the reasons are obvious. I do love tech, and whenever I saw that this is a plug-in hybrid, I was kind of on the offense of getting a fully electric vehicle, so I decided to go into the middle and get a plug-in hybrid instead. And the second reason, I wanted to make my first steps as an adult and having that responsibility. So by having a car payment, to me, it makes it feel like I am having that responsibility and taking that initiative to further my independence. Now, there's other ways. I'm not really saying that this mentality can't be achieved by other forms of, payments and such. I just wanted to do this because it made more sense for me. Now, like I said, I did fall in love with it whenever I first test drove the car because it just looked like a spaceship inside, from the blue shifter all the way up to the infotainment system and the wheel. Everything kind of just looked futuristic, especially for a 2016. And since this is a 2016, they had some pretty good features for this model. This had heated driver and passenger seats with a heated steering wheel to go along with it. Now, I'm just going to be saying this, the heated seats, the heated wheel combo, at low degree weather and barely using the heater, way better for your gas mileage, and it will also save you a lot of time to heat up. Now, if you look up on the rear view mirror, you can actually see the OnStar buttons. This has other additional services that you can put into your car, which one of them being is the mobile hotspot. And speaking of the hotspot, while me and my sister was going down to Missouri for this graduation, we actually was using it the entire time, and even with a quick review at 7 Brew.
The 7 Brew coffee that was literally famous on TikTok. Cheers. Ooh, that's actually really good for mine.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, this has a lot more watermelon than I anticipated. Yo, this is actually pretty fucking dope.
I want to try yours.
Yeah, some good shit.
Some good coffee. Good coffee. I rate this a 9 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. What do you rate this?
I mean, it's alright.
You dead ass?
I had better at a school cafeteria.
I can't stand you.
So yeah, the mobile hotspot definitely came in clutch while we was going up to Missouri, and also just came in clutch in general whenever I was driving the car, especially for the entertainment system. Now, with the infotainment system, this comes with Chevy MyLink, which basically gives you the Bluetooth capabilities, a little bit of navigation here and there, and also wired CarPlay. Now, the wired CarPlay is pretty cool, so to speak, but I wanted something a little bit, wireless. So I started going through a couple of different CarPlay adapters that, one, wouldn't want to drain my battery, and two, it was easy to use with no hiccups. So like I said, there is a sponsor for today's video, and whenever I told MSXTLLY that I had a car that had wired CarPlay, they actually sent out a wireless CarPlay adapter for my car. Now, MSXTLLY has already sponsored this channel once, and they actually wanted to do it again because they wanted to show off the new product, which is the V-Stream 3-in-1. What this basically does is not only gives you the capabilities of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, it also gives you programs like Netflix, TikTok, and even Amazon Prime Video. Now this isn't really small by any means because they have 2 fans on the bottom of it just to try to keep it cool. But you basically just plug this in, and then as soon as you like turn on your car, it's gonna start loading up and everything. There's like a little blue light that you could possibly see. I don't know if you can see, but whenever it starts loading up, you'll actually see this right here. You can actually also switch it over to Android Auto if you'd like. And then just like that, you'll actually get all these other different things. So you get your YouTube, Netflix, TikTok, and even Amazon Prime. You'll just go straight to your phone. It's gonna say Bluetooth pairing request. And then once it says to continue, use your screen tap and completely no wires. I hit continue. And then boom. Look at this. One suggestion that look at that! Look at that! I can watch my own shit! Now, there's a couple of things that I like to note just so you guys can have the same experience that I'm currently having. One of the things is the V-Stream adapter kind of overheats a little bit. What they told me is that the V-Stream adapter is currently learning my usage patterns and using the double-sided fans on the bottom of it to keep it cool. And then after a while, it actually calmed down a little bit and started to cool down a lot more. Another thing to note is if your vehicle is currently having wired on one platform, so like only Apple CarPlay, it will not work if you want to use Android Auto. Finally, if you do have any questions or concerns, make sure to contact MSXTLLY for further information regarding their V-Stream adapter. No question is a bad question. For me and to them, they want everybody to have a smooth experience using this adapter. But I will definitely leave a link down in the description just so you guys can check it out. And thank you MSXTLLY for not only letting me use a product that you guys just now released, but also for sponsoring today's video. So, what happened to my car and why is it in the shop? Well, I was taking my friend home from work one night and then this message popped up on my screen where it said, "Engine not running, please service soon." And me being confused, I had no idea what was going on, so I pulled off to the side and then it started to shut off and do all these weird things. You know, the gas pedal didn't want to go no more and it just slowly started to kill itself. Called a tow truck immediately and took it to the shop, and 2 things went wrong with it. One, it was the actual 12-volt battery in the back of the car, and then 2, it was the EGR valve, which if you know Chevy Volts, they have a dreaded EGR valve problem and it's currently on back order. I'm still trying to make a decision on what I should do with the vehicle, whether I should trade it in, wait for the back ordered part to come in and have it all fixed and just keep driving it as usual, or just say to do neither and just continue to walk to work. But that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys do, make sure to hit that like button, comment, and also subscribe if you are new. I'll be sure to give updates on the car situation on my Instagram, so go ahead and follow me for those updates. Me and this car went through everything together and I want to fight to the better end to make sure everything is alright just before we depart from one another. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.